The left and the Biden administration wants you to talk about every single thing that's going on in the world but what they're doing in the White House. And I'm here to tell you, watch out, because it is nothing but a distraction. You may have noticed that in the past month of the Biden administration, we have talked about, as a country, literally every single thing but what is actually happening in America. We've talked about Ms. Potato Head. We've talked about Dr. Seuss. We've talked about cancel culture. We've talked about all of this other stuff. And granted, those are fun social media distractions. Those are interesting culture war conversations to be had, but they literally have nothing to do with what Joe Biden is currently doing to this country right now. This man killed 11,000 jobs, literally his first week in office, and is on track to kill tens of thousands more jobs with the cancellation of the Keystone Pipeline. This man signed more executive orders in the first week in office than any other president in American history, which leads us to believe that this administration is going to govern by executive order, not by legislature. These are things that are really scary. These are things that are deeply important. And pardon me if I say, these things are a little bit more important than Mr. Potato Head becoming genderless or a couple of Dr. Seuss books being canceled. But that is the point. That is the distraction that's going on with this administration. Just like in the last election cycle, while everyone was distracted with whatever Donald Trump was saying and whatever he was tweeting and whatever arguments he was getting in with reporters, the left got to work on the ground, doing the things that they needed to do to change and loosen voting laws in swing states. So that is why they won. And right now, they have got us all distracted and they've got us all crazy about these culture war issues that really, look, I talk about the culture war issues too, but fundamentally, they're not as important as what's going on with what the Biden administration is doing to this country. They're not as important as the fact that our illegal immigration, the crossings, are going crazy. It's not as important as the fact that now these ICE agents are being less empowered to do their jobs. Now, there's so many people coming across the border that are not being tested for coronavirus. It is becoming a big mess. The Keystone Pipeline is canceled. Illegal immigration is a mess. They're basically targeting women and girls via legislation like the Equality Act. This is all very real stuff that affects all of our lives. So my point to you is not to get distracted by the culture war stuff, because this is what the Biden administration and all of their cronies are going to do over the next 4 years so that you don't know and that you're not aware of what is really going on in this country. Like the left says, stay woke, because the Biden administration wants you asleep.